Yo, my peoples, what's up? Welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Jason here, and today I have a playthrough of the Umbrella Academy card game. This is a card game for 1 to 6 players. Takes about 20 to 30 minutes depending on player count. It is a cooperative game that we are going to be running through some villains. They are going to be launching attacks at us, and we are going to be defending my 2 characters over here with resources from the hero deck. We're going to go through a couple of rounds and then have a climactic final battle at the end. So this is based on the Dark Horse comic and also the Netflix show. The Netflix show just ended their season 2 at the end of last year. I highly recommend both the comic and the TV show. Let's see if I can give a recommendation to the game as well. Actually, it's a playthrough, so I'm going to let you judge for yourself. Before I get to the playthrough, though, please visit us at the One Stop Co-op Shop. We have our YouTube channel, which you're visiting right now. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Any support is truly appreciated. We have a Discord. Please join the conversation. We have lots of good conversation about games. Any games that you want and things that are adjacent to games, especially co-op and solo. Consider a donation to our Patreon. Patreon is a monthly donation, would definitely help us, get as many games to the table as possible, upgrade the tech, all that good stuff. Patreon, Discord, YouTube, podcast. Have I forgot anything? The One Stop Co-op Shop is truly your one stop for co-op and solo gaming goodness. So I'm going to run through the rules very quickly, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to play the Umbrella Academy card game. All right, so I have here a game fully laid out of the Umbrella Academy card game. I have a 2-player game laid out here. So I'm going to run through the rules, and you would think that it would come from this rulebook that came with my Kickstarter edition of the game, and I believe the same rulebook is available in some of the retail copies, but you can go ahead and chuck this thing. Since the game was printed on Kickstarter, it's a living game, and they had a lot of feedback about how this game works, and so they released a whole new, almost a 2.0 set of rules that you can get it on BGG. I'm actually going to show you those updated rules. They make the game much better. It is unfortunate that only Kickstarter backers were informed via message that there are new rules, but that's why I wanted to make sure that I told you that these paper rules are no good, and go ahead and check out BGG for a PDF of the updated rules. All right, so then first thing I'm going to show you is the player characters, and it's kind of part of the draw of the game. I have a 2-player game, as I said. Here are the Rumor and Space Boy. And if you know the comic or the show, then you know exactly why I paired those 2 together. Oh, yeah. There are also different characters that are available. You have the Kraken and Vanya and Seance. I really did want to feature the art of this game. I believe that the art comes panel for panel from scenes in the comic book. I can't really say that for sure. However, it is definitely, this is what the comic book looks like. I believe it's the same artist responsible for both. Okay, so your character is not that complicated. It has a life tracker over here. So then every single character has the same life tracker, and then you're going to be going up and down. And clearly, if you get to death, you are eliminated. The rest of the team can keep on playing, but your particular character, if you die, you're going to be out of the game. All right, so let me go ahead and focus a little bit more on the board. There we go. Let's go ahead and show you some of the action up here. This is the villain deck. So in the updated rules, you actually tune this depending on the player counts. One of the things they fixed with the updated rules, a little bit better player count balance. So the actual flavor doesn't matter at all. Who cares if you're beating the Scientific Man or the Murder Magician? They're cool villains and everything, very comic booky. But for the most part, you're going to consult this number and these number of cards. That determines how many villain attacks you have to deal with. They don't all fit on the board. I'm just kind of focusing here for clarity, but I have 7 cards laid out over here. For different player counts, you have lots of different options. You can go up to 8, 9, 10, down to 6, but you get the idea. Beginning of every round, you are going to pull from the Dysfunctional Family deck. This is a dysfunctional family. If you know anything about both the show and the comic book, it comes through. In fact, it's almost like the villains are almost incidental in the Umbrella Academy. Most of the actual conflict occurs between the siblings. So then you are going to have a global rule that will be enforced every turn. So a card like add 1 extra villain attack card to the lineup. That's not so bad. There are other ones. Choose a player to lose a life. That's not too bad. Keep on going. No special powers can be played this turn. Ugh. So as you can see, it adds a little bit of swinginess, some luck. Some of them are better. Some of them are not so bad. Nothing good, though, comes out of the Dysfunction deck. So let's say I'm playing with the Apathy turn. Actually, you know what? Get out of here, Apathy. We're going to go with the original one that I pulled. Okay. Add the extra villain card. So go ahead and add that over there, off camera. All right. So the players are going to go one at a time. And then, so let's say, actually, let me go ahead and go with Space Boy first. He is mighty and taking the lead. Going to consult this deck and going to compare it to the number of attack on the attack card. Think of this as a defense value. So 8 defense. I have to overcome that. And I will launch. Sure, look at that. I have 9 attack. Boom, the end of the round. I've defeated this card, and then I'm going to move on with my day. The rumor is up. Unfortunately, this is probably the biggest attack that you're going to see, at least among the basic decks. She did not end up with a very good draw, so she has some options. These are multi-use cards. So let's say that a little bit progressed in the game, and I wanted to heal. I would be able to play this card and then immediately discard it, and I'll be able to heal too. So unfortunately, that card is going to stick around, and I have to deal with it later, but at least I've healed some. Now I'm back to Space Boy. Going to go on this card, and I see that I can tie it. Actually, you know what? I'll use this one just to articulate. So then I can do that, and what I would do here is I would basically cover it. That indicates that this card is blocked. I'll be able to discard it at the end of the round. However, I will take half damage. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Someone will take a damage. If I wanted to, instead of the attack, I could use it for its effect. There's Mom. Check out Mom. Kind of gnarly, but what are you going to do? Mom restores a hero to full life. There you go. But I'm going to use it to block. So here's another thing that I can do in the middle of my turn. The rulebook says that this happens at the end of the turn, but in the updated rules, it happens in the middle of the turn. Every character has a special power. So let's say I wanted to play a card, and I played this attack over here. Normally I would tie, but then Space Boy says double the hit on any card. I am now doing 16 damage, and this would obliterate this card. Unfortunately, though, using my power in this way would cost me 1 health. So save those, or make sure you have the ability to heal when you use your power. All right, so I'm going to fast forward to the end of the round a bit. Let's say that I had dealt with a number of the cards, but I was left with these cards right here, unchallenged. It would do 3 damage, and not only that, I would take these cards and I would put them under the final battle. These cards will reappear at the final round of the game. So what does the final round of the game look like? Again, do not consult the basic rules. It looks a lot different. Before, you would have to face all of these enemies, however many there were in the deck, and you see how much bigger the attack is, how much the damage is. You'd have to face all these. I think there were a bunch of complaints about that, so what ends up happening is that you shuffle this, and you pick out one kind of character to pick, and you would lay that out on the beginning, and then whatever cards survived however many rounds, so you could actually determine how hard or easy the end boss is. So like if you let a lot of cards go, so in this case I had a lot of cards go, so then you would just lay those out, and you would have 1 round to deal with that. If you survive, then you win the game. If all of your characters die, then you lose. All right, I'm ready to begin a game of the Umbrella Academy. So I've laid out 5 of the 7 villain cards. I'm going to keep these 2 on the side and scroll them in so I can kind of keep everything in a central area and keep it all on the board. Space Boy and Rumor, they have their cards and we're ready to go. They are facing off against, at least for this first round, the Scientific Man. That's it. There you go. Nothing to know about Scientific Man except for the cards that are being dealt out. First, let us do the dysfunctional family deck. What argument are they getting into? They don't care. No special powers can be played this turn. Probably good to get that one out of the way early. Don't like it. All right. So first of all, we're going to give the first attack to Space Boy because he's a tanky, kind of like the Captain America of the group insofar as, there are those archetypes. All right. So the first attack is 9. That is not a good situation. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do in that situation because my powers are off. So I might as well just get rid of the worst card that I can. So that's what's just going to hit me. So nothing I can do about that. That'll stay until I can deal with it. So another 9 attack. Ooh, didn't notice that Rumor got dealt some high value cards. 9 attack, that's easy. That is going to take care of that. Okay. Let's go to little weenie attack over there. I like the look of that. I have a feeling I'm going to take a lot of damage, so I kind of want to hold on to... Although I do have Pogo. I have 2 cards that restore life. So I'm not too worried about it. And I also have this. Sibling Rivalry. Remove 1 villain attack. Oh, that's pretty good. But lose 1 life bar. Probably could have used that for that over there. I didn't notice I had it. Yeah, we'll save it. It's okay. So I'm going to just, use that. Take care of that. It's gone. Okay, scroll. Got 5 attacks left. Rumor is seeing a 5. Whew, wow, look at that. I've just the perfect card for that. 5 better than 6 better than 5. See you later. Remember, I cannot use the power, or else I would have used the power already. She should have started at full. There you go. So now Space Boy is leaping back into the fence. It has to deal with the 7. Got the perfect card for it. Yeah, I could have used that, but I think just, taking out the 7 was a decent use. There. Got an 8. Man, it just walked right into Rumor's wheelhouse, and I'm taking care of Apathy, which I'm actually pretty happy with. So then that's there. And then that is a 7 attack. I happen to have an 8 attack left, but that's Pogo, man. You know what? I'm actually going to save Pogo for when I need him. So I'm just going to do that. That's a tie. So then ties, I would take half the damage. So 2, I would take 1 damage, and then just discard that. Left with 1 card, left with 2 cards. This one, couldn't do anything with. Yeah, I could have buffed it if I had Space Boy, but, whatever. So that damage is going to get through, and I'm actually going to deal it both. I can choose the end of the round thing to deal with the Space Boy. Okay, let's deal round 2. All right, so here we are, round 2 of 4. I could have discarded cards and drawn up to my full hand size, but I think they both had good cards, so I just kind of filled their cards up again. Dealt out a new row of villains, and now I am facing off against the Orchestra Verdammten. Sounds awesome. Looks awesome. Plays exactly the same. 7 cards, and then I got a new dysfunctional family. I apparently goaded the enemy into attacking me in extra time, so I'm just going to draw this extra one, and that's going to appear at the end. So I have 8 cards to deal with, not 7. First player would move over, so now the Rumor would go first, and the Rumor has to deal with a 7. That's not a problem. She just got excellent card draw. She has an excellent power. Now I have access to the power, but I don't need it. So 8 is going to be better than 7. Bam, done. All right, so now Space Boy has to deal with the 10 over there. Doesn't like the look of that 3 damage. Half of that would bring him to death. So it'd be like 1, 2 bars gone. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to play that 7 over there. We use 1 power, and we're going to tip him to the side to kind of indicate that he has used his power. Double that. That becomes 14, and that dies. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. So then let's scroll a little bit. Let's get these cards there and done. All right. So now we have a weenie over there. I like weenies. So 6 to 9. Yeah, that's not going to be a contest at all. Goodbye. Okay. 9 over there. So this is where, because he's at 1 left, going to use Pogo. Pogo, I'm just going to discard Pogo, restore hero to full life. Boom. So now Space Boy's feeling real good. Going to have to deal with that damage eventually, but them's the breaks. That's the extra card I got in there, so I have to remember that I'm starting here. So 8 attack. I have a 9. Pow. 10 attack. Don't like that. I could tie it, but I could play that, 10-10. I would have to take 3 damage. That'd be rounded up to 2 damage. It's just not a great trade. I think I want to set up the rumor to take this thing out. That's probably what's going to happen. So I'm just going to get rid of this. This is a garbage card anyway. Bye-bye. Okay, so I got 2 cards left to deal with. What's there? 6 damage. Yeah, 6 attack. Yeah, it's kind of a joke. And then 8. Just going to take care of that. Over there, during her turn, Rumor is actually going to kill this thing. Okay. This thing is floating. It's going to deal 2 damage, and it's going to go to Rumor. Both of those damages. What I should have done last turn, we're just going to pretend that let's just say I take a 9. Like that. Not really sure which card lasted last turn, but both of these cards end up in the Apocalypse. I don't discard cards that I leave. They go into the Apocalypse. I'm going to see them at the end of round 4, then that climactic battle in round 5. All right, on to round 3 of 4. All right, we have dealt out round 3. Once again, got my enemies over here that are nice and scrolled off. The 5 are there. I am now facing the Peppermint Scarves. Lots of gnarly art. No difference in gameplay. The effect for this round is all players lose a life bar. I don't like that at all. Because that brings the Rumor close to death. Space Boy's feeling pretty good. I did get dealt a couple of heal cards, though. So, I got dealt the Mom card. Restores a hero to full life, which is amazing. And also, one card, the Academy of Destruction, does the same thing. And then I have a boost card, which I like that scenario a little bit. I have a feeling that I need that boost card because I have 3 10 attacks, which I do not like in the slightest. Space Boy goes first. Okay. So, we are actually going to play the Mom card right now. We're going to use it for the heal, and we are going to heal Rumor to full. That is Space Boy turn. Now we're on to this card. Another 10. But first, she is going to lose a life and destroy this card. So it doesn't bother us. I want to get rid of all the 10s especially. So let's see if I can deal with things another way. I am going to play the 6 because I intend to play the boost card later. Okay. Let's see. So then now I have a couple more normal choices. So like the 8 is going to defeat the 7. Right there. Let's do some scrolling. Okay. So I would have to play this card here, and that would boost this and take care of that, but that would leave this unguarded, basically. I'm going to get hit by something. I can do math. I'd rather get hit with 2 than 3. So then we are going to just boost that and use a life bar doing that. But at least I saved 2 than 3. Doesn't really matter because I lost the life bar anyway, didn't it? We'll see what happens. And I had to do that because there's no 1 damage thing. Because I probably would have played this. That's probably the optimal use of this, is to play this on a 1 damage creature. But there are none. So I was stuck. What are you going to do? I'm probably going to have to heal at some point. Use an action to heal. But I still got one of these left. But I have this, and I'm going to use Space Boy's power to double it and get rid of that thing. Use both the powers in a turn. How sweet is that? Okay, we have that thing. An 8 attack. So, okay, it's just going to use the 8 right there to block, which would reduce by 1. And then got this last one over here, and it's 7. I have a 9. Easy. Gonna keep this 10. I'm gonna keep these cards around. This one gets discarded. Gonna let that attack through, and it's going to. Wow. I'm gonna distribute 1 each, and then this gets shuffled. I now have 3 cards in the. Let's put them face down in the Apocalypse deck. Okay, on to the final regular round. All right, so this is the final regular round. I am facing off against the Murder Magician. There you go. Same thing, dealt out the 7 cards. The Dysfunction, choose a player to lose a life bar. That is no choice whatsoever. Both of them are feeling pretty bad. Let me go ahead and deal those cards. Check that out. I got 1 full life restoration, and this person that managed to get 2 full life restorations. That's a mixed blessing because that uses the card which would introduce which would basically spares a character, but at least I get my health back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick my battles over here. All right, so round 4 means the Rumor is the first player. I'm dealing with 8. Okay, let me see. 2 damage. Does anything here deal 1? I have 1 little weenie at the end that deals 1, so I'm definitely gonna be letting that weenie through. I think I'm going to have to use some action to heal. Yep, it's going to do that. I'm going to use that to heal. And she is at full. She shouldn't be tapped. There you go. Okay, so that is going to be sticking around a little bit. Now, Space Boy has to face off against a 7. We'll do so with an 8, a 9. Okay. Rumor is back, and she has to deal with the 9. Going to deal with that with a 10. And she is going to use her power to deal with the 10. Get out of here. Okay. Space Boy is back, has to deal with the 10. There you go. Deals with the. It has to deal with the 8. Does so with a 9. There you go. 9. There's no real way that I can kill it unless Space Boy uses his power. Yeah, that's gonna happen. So yeah, let's just do that. That's not gonna do anything, but that's gonna happen here. I'm going to use Family Reunion for the heal. He's gonna heal himself. Okay, and he's going to use his power to double that and take care of that. Okay, so now it's the end of the round. So I've let 3 damage through. So then they both are down 1. So I'm going to put Space Boy down 2, Rumor down 1. Actually, I'm going to put Space Boy down 3, and I'm going to do the same thing. Return to full health. But these both get shuffled into the Apocalypse deck, and here comes the final battle. All right, here comes the final battle, the Apocalypse. Right there. Check that out if you had any doubt. All right, so I've run through the entire villain deck, and I've run through the villain attack deck, and I've run through the regular villain deck. I have pulled randomly of the 4. I pulled the Orchestra Verdammten, and now I have to face off against this stronger card. 13 attack, 3 damage. And I have emptied the final battle pool. Those are the 4 cards that I have over here. But Pogo has died. No. Add 3 extra villain attack cards to the lineup. I'm not happy about that at all. I had 5 cards in there, so I had the 1 card over here, and I have 3 extra to deal with. So I have a total of 9 cards to deal with and 10 total cards here. I just have to survive, and Space Boy is now looking real good. So I have no idea what is going to happen, how am I going to get through this. We'll see. So Space Boy is here, and there it is first. Oh, boy. Whew. Okay, so the first thing that Space Boy is going to do, he has no choice. So he has to use this, but he's only going to use it for the heal. So he'll play that over here, immediately discard it, and recover 2 health points. Unattended, nothing I can do about that. The rumor has to go after the next one. But the rumor got such a snazzy card. Check this card out. Strength in numbers. Use your hero power twice. Place your card on the hero card. That is absolutely going to happen. So we're going to play that card. I think it uses the... It's so unclear because this is, kind of the 2.0 rules. So I'm not sure if it uses her power for the turn. It probably does. But it's totally worth it. So we're going to put that over there. She is going to lose 2 health. And she's going to take out the 2 biggest creatures, which is clearly the big one. Yeah, I could just do that. All right, here a rumor. You know the deal. Did not have a 10 monster, so I'm going to have a 9. And goodbye. Wow, that was 1 attack, and that was technically on this card, so that card just kind of goes here, and we are going to slide down some characters. Okay. So now here we have that guy over there. Everything here does 2 damage except for some. I got some dinky ones at the end, so I'm going to try to hold out as far as that goes. Okay, so we got 10 for 8. Get out of here. Okay. We also have a heal, so I might just do that heal. What else do I have? Sibling Rivalry. Remove 1 villain attack, but remove 1 life bar. Yeah, let's do that. So then I'm going to play it for the story mode. The story mode is actually going to take out this thing. Okay, right there. So that kind of leaves these 2 in reserve. And then I have to deal with these last 3 cards. Okay. So now I have an 8 to deal with, but a good thing for me, I have a 10 to smack it down. Some weenies. I like weenies. Gonna heal the full. So then gonna let this one go. But then Ben is gonna restore Rumor to full. And this is to indicate that she used their powers already. I could probably tap it, but I have the card on there. So that's perfectly fine. These 3 are gonna go. But this one is a 5. I have 7. Get out of here. The final assault. So we have 2, 4, 5 damage to distribute. She's just going to take 4. He's going to take 1. And we have survived. I have been successful in a game of the Umbrella Academy. Healing is key. Use as much of the life bar as possible. Heal yourself to full. Rinse and repeat. Hope you enjoyed that playthrough. Once again, this is the One Stop Co-op Shop. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check us out wherever we are. That was the Umbrella Academy, and it was my pleasure to bring it to you. So this is Jason reminding you, if you change your mind, you can change the world. Until next time, later, everybody.